Welcome to the Squirrel Head YouTube channel, and welcome to the preview of Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Yes, because we're playing away. So it's Bournemouth versus Liverpool. It's on Sunday at 4:30. And first off, thank you for all of the views on my last video, the reaction video to the West Brom versus Liverpool game. You have now made that my most viewed video that I've ever had. And I'm quite surprised by it. Obviously, that there's a fair few likes, quite a few dislikes, people disagreeing with it, obviously. But yeah, you smashed it, absolutely smashed it. The highest viewed video before that was my reaction to England being knocked out by Iceland. So yeah, thanks for that. But we move on. So yeah, we move on. It's Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Now Bournemouth haven't actually won in the Premier League since it was my birthday on the 18th of November. Remember the date? So they haven't won since they played Huddersfield, who they smashed the back doors off 4-0. Since then, they've had a 0-0 against Swansea. They got beat 2-1 by Burnley, who are smashing it themselves. They drew with Southampton 1-1, drew with Crystal Palace 2-2, and then got beat by Manchester United, which is no mean feat because they've got a very strong squad. Now, on the other hand, Liverpool have just drawn two of their previous games, so obviously all of Twitter is in a bit of a meltdown because we've drawn two games and all the wheels are coming off and everything like that. Our players are awful, this, that and the other. Okay, that's fine, you can think that all you want. And I'm not talking about opposition fans, this is Liverpool fans as well, kicking off that we're a crap team because we've drawn two games. To be fair, we didn't lose them. Nobody wants to lose or draw the Merseyside derby, but we did. I still believe we had a perfectly good goal disallowed against West Brom, which would have given us the win. So we didn't win. It is what it is. And I hate to say it, to quote Dana White, it is what it is. But literally that is what it is. You can't do anything about it now. You can complain all day long about how we've complained in the past, about how we've played in the past. You can complain all day long about it, but it's gone. That's it. It's set in stone. That is it. Those performances are now done. We can't change them. Now we've got to move on to this next game against Bournemouth. And let's be real, there have been times against Bournemouth where we haven't performed. There's times against Bournemouth where we've been 3-1 up and lost 4-3. And ironically, it was away from home, and we're away from home this time. There's quite apparently a good few injuries possibly as well. You know what? I didn't even look at the quotes from Klopp's press conference yesterday. I was meant to, and I forgot. I just decided to record the video. But there could be quite a few injuries and niggles and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be really difficult to even think of what kind of lineup we could even go with. The one thing that is confirmed, that I've seen confirmed by Klopp, was the fact that Mignolet is going to be coming back in goal, and I've got no issues with that. He's been pretty all right for us, as good as our goalkeepers get. I think Karius has done pretty all right since he got called upon in the Premier League as well. I don't think he's really put a foot wrong. But yeah, Mignolet is going to be in. We don't really know what's going to happen with the back line. I think obviously Matip is still going to be out. Is it going to be Lovren and Klavan? Yeah, most likely. But I would still prefer it to be Joe Gomez and Klavan with Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right hand side, and obviously now it would be Robertson or Milner on the left hand side because obviously Moreno is out for another 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. So we're not going to see Moreno back for a while, which is a shame, because he was playing really well. So, basically, that would be the back line I would go with. If we can start with that back line, I would do that. That would be ace. Midfield looks flat as a fart lately. It really does. There's no other way that I can describe it. It just looks flat as a fart. It's just not been very, very... I don't know. It's just not being very expansive, not very creative. It's like we've gone back to where we only had the one way of playing, and that kind of comes to the creativity through the midfield as well. I don't think, and I'm really not levelling into Jordan Henderson or anything like that. I know people are online really hammering Henderson. I'm not in that club of, hammering the absolute crap out of him. I don't think he deserves to start. He does not deserve to start right now. I don't think he's putting the performances in to start. He's kind of in the Lovren camp for me. Lovren isn't performing well enough to be in the starting 11, and I don't think Henderson is either. And I don't think he should retain that position in the starting 11 just because he's club captain. I really don't. I think that you can give that captaincy to Milner, if anything, or Coutinho has been wearing it whenever those two haven't. you could do that. That's absolutely fine, no problem. I just don't believe that Henderson is right now good enough to be in that team. Now, don't get me wrong, he could start against Bournemouth and have a really, really good game, and that's great. That's awesome. That's what we would want from him if he does. But he's not dynamic enough. He doesn't create enough for me. He doesn't take chances himself very well. I don't. Right now, I'm looking at him like I don't know what you do to warrant starting in this team. I really don't. So for me, I would be looking at the likes of Emre Can, Wijnaldum, Coutinho, Lallana, because Lallana is apparently due to be 100% for this game, and he could even be due to start, but that's, again, it all comes down to Sunday. He could end up on the bench. But if that's the case, hell yeah. Absolutely, Lallana. I want Lallana in that midfield. Absolutely correct. The reason for that would be, for me, the way I'm looking at it, is I'd put Lallana in that midfield. You got Emre Can and Wijnaldum, and I'd put Coutinho out on the left-hand side, if we're going with a 4-3-3, which I always do. On the left-hand side, up top, Sadio Mane would drop to the bench. And I love Sadio Mane, but he's just not. He's not performing at a very good level himself at the moment. He's quite wasteful with chances. Maybe it's one of those things. Is his form in a little bit of question? It is by some. I kind of just think, just give him a bit of time on the bench. Let him come in. Let him come into the game later on and impact the game then, and play himself back in to a better place. That's all I think. You've got Coutinho, who is playing a little bit better, but maybe not necessarily a great deal better. But you've got the opportunity to give him the captain's armband there as well, and I think that could be a good one for him. Yeah, I think that could be good. I don't know. Let me know what you think of that. Do you start Salah? I would say yes. I would start Salah at every single opportunity. I really would. I'd say you'd start Salah on the right hand side, and then through the middle. Yeah, I think you'd have to go with Firmino. I think you've got to go if everybody's fit. This is the thing. People saying that like Firmino, or I say like little quotes that I've seen here and there that Firmino might have a couple of knocks here and there. People aren't liking Solanke after the performance against West Brom, and I think you've got to look at the performance as a whole. I am not a defender of this player just because I want to see him do well. I want to see every player at Liverpool do well. I want to see Lovren doing well at Liverpool. I want to see Henderson doing well at Liverpool. The fact that they're not just means that I'm just giving my opinion about them. Solanke, yeah, he's not taking his chances very well. But the chances that he has are few and far between. So it's not like he's being given boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of chances and stuff like that as well. People saying that he's not doing the same as what Firmino does, and it's like, that's absolutely correct. Because he's not the same striker that Firmino is. He's a taller striker. He's an actual striker. Please don't forget that, Firmino came from Hoffenheim, where he wasn't a striker. He played in behind the striker, and he got a lot of assists. Contributed to a lot of goals when he was there as well. He's playing a different role at Liverpool, and he does score some good goals as well, Firmino. But Solanke is a different prospect. Now, the real risk that you've got is, does Solanke end up becoming like Andy Carroll for Liverpool? And he doesn't really take his opportunities, doesn't score a great deal. Hasn't scored a Premier League goal yet, as a wonderful Everton fan let me know it on the previous video by saying that Calvert-Lewin had scored goals. And yeah, that's true. Thank you for your comment. That's entirely true. There's nothing I can say against that because it's true. It's a true comment. I believe that Solanke could come good. I just think, I don't know, he would need time. And yeah, I don't think fans are really willing to give him time. So I think that's where we're at right now. And obviously on the back of draws, people aren't really looking at like Solanke and going like, he's got to be starting, give him time up front. People aren't looking like that. Now they're looking at like, it's got to be Firmino, or if it's not going to be Firmino, put Sturridge on. It's like, well, yeah, okay. I kind of do agree with you right now. I still think Solanke will come good as a striker for Liverpool. But yeah, I think you've got to go with the strongest people that you can right now, and in form, you'd probably have to go with Firmino. This is again all, holding on to the fact that are all of these players fit? Are they fit and ready to go for Sunday? Fingers crossed, hope they are, and I certainly hope that we see Lallana because, man, it's overdue to see him back in the team properly, getting a good game, and hopefully spice up our midfield a little bit, which is, lately, it's been a bit dire in the last two games. But I am definitely not losing hope on the fact that, we can still get into the top four and stuff like that. There's a long way to go in this season. We're only nearly halfway there now. So there's still there's still loads of time left. There's still loads of games left. Don't lose the faith. We're still in a good few competitions. We can still buzz on about the fact that we're in the last 16 of the Champions League, and we've got that beautiful cup draw against Everton to look forward to as well. There's still a lot to look forward to. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Always support the team. And I wish I could support the team in person at Anfield, but I can't. So those of you that do get to go to Anfield, you're absolute legends. And I would never take any of that away from you or criticise the fans that go week in, week out at all, because, you know, you're going in your droves. Just, I wish I could. I wish I could. Anyway, score prediction. I nearly forgot to do a score prediction then. So, Bournemouth versus Liverpool. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Let's go. Pick one out the sky. It's going to be 2-1 to Liverpool. I believe it's going to be a tight game. It is going to be a tight game. I think we're going to look to try and contain Bournemouth. Bournemouth are saying that they're not going to park the bus. I don't know. They do play good football when they get going under Eddie Howe, but they haven't won in a while, so they might look to contain us as well. I think we'll play a bit more of a measured approach, and we won't be going balls out like we sometimes do lately. Yeah, I think we boss possession most of the time. I don't care what we boss. The only thing I care is that we win. I'm not one of these stat guys that's like, oh, we had loads of possession though, we had more shots, we had loads of shots on target and this, that and the other. It's like, yeah, but did we win? No, we didn't, we drew. So there we go. All I'm bothered about, we could have like 10% possession against Bournemouth and win 1-0, and I'll be happy about that. I'm telling you now, I would be happy about that. The win is what matters. So, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're a start that one again. If you're a Bournemouth fan or a Liverpool fan, let me know what you think in the comments below ahead of the game. And yeah, thanks ever so much for watching. Do like the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks ever so much for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later.